In this lesson, we'll talk about the types of investment that you'll need to be able to complete a program that'll give you sufficient background to become a successful programmer. You'll need to be able to make an investment in three key areas. These are an investment in time, support, and also a financial investment. The first area to look at is an investment in time. You'll need a substantial amount of time and commitment to be able to complete all the training necessary to become a programmer. The next area is you'll need support from your friends and family to make this happen. Do not overlook this area, as it will be important since you'll need a substantial time commitment and self-discipline to be able to complete the training. The last area is in terms of a financial investment. You'll need to invest some amount of money to be able to purchase the necessary equipment, purchase some books, and also some online training or invest in a programming boot camp. It's not possible to complete this training with a $0 investment. You can, however, minimize the amount of money that you need to invest in the training, but thinking that you can complete a program of this complexity without any financial investment is not realistic. Now I'll drill down to each one of these areas in a little bit more detail. The first is an investment in time. The majority of your time will be spent studying materials and practicing coding. This area will require a lot of self-discipline and will help to have a regularly scheduled time and place that you can work on your programming skills. It will be ideal if you have an office or a study area where you live that can be a dedicated space that will be quiet and a great place to work regularly on your training materials. In terms of time, it's better to schedule a regular time to work on materials, much like a standard class. It's easy to let other priorities drive your schedule and fall behind on your training. Try to think of your end goals in mind as you're studying each day to prepare for your new career. Support is one area that I think many aspiring programmers often overlook. As in going back to school in a traditional program, you'll need your friends and family to help encourage and support you as you proceed throughout your training. It'd be ideal to find a mentor or somebody who is already working as a programmer that can help you. You might also reach out to local programming groups or a club that you might join so you can begin to network with people already working in the industry. You'll find some people that are already working in the industry are oftentimes willing to help you. The next area we'll talk about is the financial investment you'll need to make in order to become a programmer. I've had many of my students over the years believe they can do this by just looking at materials over the internet and not make a financial investment. I've never known anyone that's been able to accomplish this without at least a minimal investment of money. First and foremost, you'll need a very good computing environment to develop code. We'll talk about this in a later lesson, and I'll show you some alternatives that can lower the cost you'll need to invest in equipment. Unfortunately, to develop code, you'll need a very fast computer. Using an old computer with a slower processor will only lead to frustration. I will include some additional estimates of costs in the planning section of this class. In summary, you need to be realistic with yourself and what you can commit to in terms of time and money to complete your training. We'll develop a plan and the timetable in an exercise later in this class. You'll be able to write down all the details you'll need to complete your plan. Once you develop your plan, you'll need to stick with it and work diligently to make it happen. Again, to encourage you, think of your end goals in mind. This is a growing field with very high-paying jobs that will allow you an opportunity for an excellent career. Stick to it. You can do it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.